Hello there. Today I'll be explaining five most simple SAT question. Five most simple SAT question. SAT question. So if you've not subscribed to my channel, I'm saying click on that subscription button for you to get great content like this and more. So let's jump right into it. The first one here is the first one said if x minus 1 divided by 3 is equal to k and k is equal to 3, what is the value of x? What is the value of x? Now, all these are the supposed values of x. So you're supposed to pick one of the options that you think is correct. Now, I have two simple methods to solving this particular question. The first one is trick, right? You use the answers to analyze the conditions that you're given to get the values of what to get the value of k. All right, so the first one is now since we have x minus 1 divided by what 3 and is equal to k. Now note the condition. We're given that k is equal to 3. So what we're going to do here is pick all these options and fix them here because they are all the values of what x. They are all the potential values of x that you're supposed to pick. So if you pick this and you fix it here, what do you get as your k? Is it equal to 3? If it is equal to 3, then that means that's your answer. But if it's not equal to 3, that means that's not your answer. So the first one, 2 minus 1 divided by 3. Now 2 minus 1 is equal to what? 1 over 3, which is not the answer. So I will star this. This is not our answer. Now the next is what? 4 minus 1 divided by what? 3. 4 minus 1 gives us what? 3, and this is 3 divided by 3, which is 1. And the value of k is what? Equal to 3. So this also is not the answer. Now, the next is 9 minus 1 divided by what? 3, which is equal to 9 minus 1 is 8. 8 divided by 3. Now, 8 divided by 3 is 2, remainder 2. 2 remainder 2, which is not the same thing as this. So this is not our answer. Now, finally, 10 minus 1 divided by 3. Now, 10 minus 1 is what? 9. 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. So that means this is our answer, right? So this is just the first method. Now, for those of you that want to know how to solve a question like this, right? Instead of just going to pick the answer because you're rushing or checking time. So let me resolve so that solve the way it's supposed to be solved, so that you know how or know the steps on how to go about it when you have a question like this. All right. So the question is x minus 1 divided by what? 3 and is equal to what? K. So let's keep this aside. K is equal to 3. Keep it aside, right? Or we can just fix it in our question. So we have x minus 1 divided by what? 3 and is equal to what? 3. You cross multiply. Cross multiply. So by cross multiplication, now this implies we have this multiplies this 3 multiplies this. So we have x minus 1 to be equal to what? 3 multiplied by 3. And 3 multiplied by 3 is basically what? 9. So we have x minus 1 to be equal to what? 9. And x is equal to, if minus 1 crosses to the other side, that's the right hand side, becomes what? 9 plus 1. And 9 plus 1 is 10. So that is the value of x. So you can see how this one is. So it depends on the method you want to apply to get your answer. Good. So you can see how simple it is. So if you've not subscribed to my channel, I'm saying please hit that subscription button for you to get great content like this and more. Also, if you like what you're saying, please click on that like button. Say hi to me on comment section. If you observe something here, nobody is an island of knowledge. If you observe something here, you want to create an impression or you want to correct an impression, just send me a message close on the comment section. Just say something on the comment section. Thank you. And let's move to the next question. Number 2 question is just addition of two complex numbers. That's 7 plus 3i and plus minus 8 plus what? 9i. So this is also very simple. You can just look at it. All you need to do is just to add this non-imaginary numbers and add these ones that are what? Imaginary numbers. The numbers with what? With I is called an imaginary number. The one without an I is a non-imaginary number. So what you need to do is just the basic collection of like terms that you do in your primary or your secondary school is what you're going to apply here. So we 7 minus 8 plus 3i plus 9i. Now 7 minus 8 is basically what? Minus 1 plus 3i and plus 9i is equal to what? 12i. And that is it. No much thing to do. So A is our answer here. A is our answer. So this is just like addition. Like I said, it is just the basic collection of like terms that you do in the secondary school. So also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, just click on that subscription button for you to get great content like this and more. And if you like what you're saying, you like what you're watching, you like the explanation, you can just say hi to me or just say something in the comment section. Thank you. Now, awesome. This is another very beautiful question. So beautiful question. And it's extremely simple, right? Now, the question said, on Saturday afternoon, Ahmad sent M message. Now, I want to indicate this M text messages each hour for 5 hours. For 5 hours. And Tyrone sent P text messages each hour for 4 hours. For 4 hours. Now, which of the following represents the total? Now, let's underline this also. Total. The total number of messages sent by the individual guys. Now the Tyrone and the Ahmad and Tyrone. The Ahmad and Tyrone on the same day, Saturday. Now I know someone will be like, okay, the number here are just basically what? 4 and 5. So you just say 4 plus 5 is equal to what? 9, and you add the messages together, MP, and A is your answer. It's wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. It's wrong. Wrong. Now, the reason why this is wrong is because the variables they use here, there are 2 different variables, right? Now, for Ahmad, we have variable here is M. The variable here is M. And for Tyrone, the variable here is P. And mathematically, you can add M and P together, like M plus P. You can't add this. They are 2 separate variables. You can't add them together. Now we can add M plus M, right? This gives us 2M. So we can add these 2 variables together. So that means this becomes our answer. Now let's look at it again. So M for Ahmad sent M messages for each 5 hours. That means the number of hours multiplied by the number of messages will have 5M. Now for Tyrone, so this is Ahmad is equal to 5M, and Tyrone T is equal to what? 4P. So if you put them together, you have what? 5M plus, you have 5M plus 4P. So this is it. This one is very simple and good. So if you have a question, you can just drop it in the comment section. Just say something as we move to the next question. More question, number 4, very simple also. Number 4 is extremely simple, just like the other ones. And the number 4 question said, Kate is a repair technician for a phone company. Now each week, now I so love this girl. She's hardworking. She's hardworking. She's not just begging for money. She's really doing her best to work hard. Now each week she receives a batch of phones that need repairs. That's so beautiful. Now the number of phones that she has left to fix at the end of each week, at the end of each day, can be estimated with the equation. Now let me underline this equation. Can be estimated with this particular equation. P P equal to, now P equal to 108 minus 23D. All right. So now where P is the number of phones left and D is the number of days she has worked that week. Now, what is the meaning of the value 108? What's the meaning of the value 108 in the equation? Beautiful. So let's look at what the options are saying. The first option say Katie will complete the repair within 108 days. Okay. Katie starts each week with 108 phones to fix. Now, Katie repairs phones at a rate of 108 per hour, and Katie repairs phones at the rate of 108 per day. Nice. So now, go back to the question. Look at this part. Now, the question said the number of phones that she has left to fix at the end of each day can be estimated with the equation this. Now, so let's say at the end of okay, so let's say she has done all that she could do within a particular week, and she's moving to a new week, right? A new week now entails that the previous day is what? 0. So let's equate this. Let's change this particular number to what? 0. So this now becomes 108 minus 23 times what? 0. Now 23 times 0, 80. So this is equal to what? 108. So that means P is equal to what? 108. Meaning P is, remember that the question said P is the number of phones left. P is the number of phones left. So let's move back to the objectives. The options. The options, first one said Katie will complete the repair within 108 days. No. Katie will start each week with 108 phones to fix. Yes. Because this one said P is what? The number of phones left to be fixed. The number of phones left to be fixed, that's the value of P. Right? And Katie repairs phones at the rate of this per hour. No. And per day. No. So if we say per hour, that means we'll be considering hour. And if it's per day, that means we'll be having P is equal to 108 divided by what? The number of days, or 23 days. Right? This is per day. This is for per day. So this is the B is the answer to the question. This is the answer to the question. So if you have a comment to this particular explanation, you just drop it in the comment section, and see you in the next question also. And hooray, finally the last question. Finally the last question. Now the last question said, given that g of x, now this is mapping, g of x is equal to ax squared plus 24. Beautiful. Plus 24. Now for the function, the question reads, for the function g defines above, a is constant, note a is constant, and g of 4 is equal to 8. Now I call this g of 4, meaning we're looking at what? G, right? This is the expression for g. Now if you fix 4 in this particular expression, you get this. That's what it means. G of 4 gives you this. So what is the value of g of minus 4? All right, so let's do this. Now, remember that g of 4 gives us this. So g of 4 is equal to, g of 4 implies we have a, open bracket, you fix 4 anywhere you see x. So x is here, we fix 4, and this x has power, and here is what? 24. So this is equal to what? 8, because the question, the condition is g of 4 is equal to what? 8. Beautiful. G of 4 is equal to 8. So what is 4 squared? Now 4 squared is 16, so we have 16a plus 24 equal to what? 8. That's nice. That's nice. Now, if 24 crosses to the other side, let's call it like terms, because we have a here and we're looking for the value of a. So we have 16a to be equal to 8 minus 24. Now, 8 minus 24 gives us what? Minus 16. So this is minus 16. And this is 16a. Now, divide both sides by what? 16. Divide both sides by 16. And a is equal to minus 1. Now, since a is equal to minus 1, right? Now we're going to replace what? The a here with the minus 1. So let me draw a line here. So our new equation now becomes what? G of x to be equal to what? Minus 1 times x. So let's say minus 1x minus nx squared plus 24. All right, so this is our new equation. So the question now said we should find the value of what? Find the value of this guy, of g of minus 4. So g minus 4, close bracket, this is equal to minus this, minus 1, open bracket. Now, where you get x, replace the x with what? Minus 4. So we have minus 4 here, close bracket, we have square plus 24. Beautiful. Now, this is equal to. Now, remember that this is what? Minus 4. Minus 4 times minus 4 is what? Minus 4x, minus 4 square is. So we're going to have what? We're going to have what? 16 there for this, right? But since there's a minus 1 multiplying this, so this becomes minus 16 plus 24. So this is finally equal to minus 16 plus 24 gives us what? Positive 8. So g of 4 again gives us a positive 8. G of 4 again gives us a positive 8. So that is the end of this particular video. If you have a question, or if you have a similar question, if you have something you want to talk about, you can just drop it in the comment section. If you have an encouragement you want to give me, you can also drop it in the comment section. See you in the next video. Thank you.